Tom lived with his mother in a small village nestled at the foot of a hill. Their home was poor and simple, with a roof of old tiles and a tiny vegetable garden behind the house. Tom's mother sold fried cakes at the market, working hard every day so Tom could go to school. After school, Tom would always run home quickly to help her set up the stall, clean the house, and tend to the little garden. Though life was difficult, Tom never complained. Deep in his heart, he carried a quiet dream to one day have a beautiful lantern of his own to release into the sky like all the other children. The Lantern Festival was the most anticipated event of the year. The whole village would hang lanterns, parade through the streets, and at nightfall, colorful lanterns would be released into the sky, carrying wishes high into the stars. Every year, Tom sat alone on the hillside, hugging his knees and watching the bright sky. He always whispered a silent wish like lighting a candle in his heart. This year was no different. Tom sat at his usual spot beside the dry rice field near his home. His eyes gazed upward at the colorful lights dancing among the stars. The wind carried the sweet scent of sticky rice cakes, paper flowers, and the joyful hum of celebration. But in Tom's heart, there was only a quiet ache.
I wish I had a lantern of my own,
he whispered. Suddenly, in the stillness of the night, a lantern wobbled in the sky, then tumbled down onto an empty patch of land across the road. Tom immediately ran over. There he found a pale yellow lantern, slightly torn on one side, its flame extinguished. Tied beneath it was a small folded note. Tom carefully opened and read it.
I wish for my mother to get well soon. I promise to be good and take care of her. Henry, 8 years old.
Tom was silent. He looked at the lantern, then at the sky, and suddenly felt something warm blossom in his chest, as if someone else's heart had quietly reached out to his own. He made a decision. This lantern must fly again. It deserved to. Tom brought it home with care. Under the dim glow of the oil lamp in their little kitchen, he rummaged through everything he could find. Some old bamboo sticks, torn newspaper, leftover glue from his mother's cake wrappers, and every bit of patience and love he had. He cut, pasted, patched the tears, and straightened the frame. Once the repairs were done, he relit the flame inside, held the lantern in his small hands and let go. It wavered slightly at first, then gently rose higher and higher until it rejoined the sea of glowing lights in the sky.
Fly high, carry Henry's wish to the stars,
Tom whispered, his eyes sparkling with hope. That night, something began. The next day, Tom wandered the village, looking for lanterns that had fallen after the festival, lanterns torn, forgotten, left behind. He found 3, each carried a tiny note, each filled with a heartfelt wish.
I wish Dad didn't have to work far away.
I hope my little brother will speak soon. I wish I had a friend to play with.
Tom felt his chest tighten. These wishes so small, yet so real, so sincere. That evening, Tom began his quiet work again. Carefully, he repaired each lantern as if tending to someone's fragile dream. With bits of paper, splinters of bamboo, drops of glue, and his unwavering belief, Tom lit them and released them into the night. He told no one. Every night, while the village slept, a small figure appeared by the stream, lifting lanterns of hope into the wind. Soon, people in the village began to notice.
Strange. Why are lanterns still flying after the festival?
Maybe some were left behind.
Or is someone still making wishes?
Only Tom's mother knew. One evening, she stood quietly in the shadows and watched her son light another lantern. She said nothing. Later, she left a bundle of fresh paper and beeswax on Tom's work table. Tom understood, and he smiled. From then on, the story of the lantern mender spread through the village. No one knew exactly who it was, but many began leaving broken lanterns by the road with little messages.
If you see this, please help. Thank you for keeping dreams alive.
Tom kept going, not for recognition, not for praise. To him, every lantern that rose again was a wish heard, a heart comforted. One evening, like always, Tom went out to find lanterns in the grass. He had grown used to picking through fallen frames, choosing pieces that could still be saved. But that night was different. Amid the dew-soaked meadow, he found a lantern perfectly intact, more beautiful than any he had ever seen. It shimmered with a soft green glow under the moonlight. No tears, no burn marks, no dim light. And tied beneath it a small note. Tom, puzzled, picked it up. The message read,
To the one who helps wishes rise again. Thank you, whoever you are. If you have a wish of your own, place it in this lantern. Perhaps it will come true.
Tom stood still for a long time. He didn't know who sent it and didn't need to. But for the first time, he felt truly seen, as if someone out there understood. He sat down, pulled out a slip of paper, and with trembling hands, wrote,
I wish my mother will always be healthy. And someday, I'll be grown enough to take care of her, so she never has to struggle again.
Tom folded the note, attached it gently, and held the lantern close like cradling his own heart. Then, he lit the flame, lifted his arms, and let go. The lantern rose slowly, swaying in the wind, then soared, joining the countless lights above, and that night, one small star carrying Tom's dream began its journey to the farthest place of all, where wishes come true. One day, as usual, Tom wandered across the fields after the festival, hoping to find fallen lanterns he could repair. But this time, he didn't find any broken lanterns. Instead, on a small grassy hill, Tom discovered a lovely little wooden box placed neatly on the ground. On the lid was a piece of paper that read,
To the one who quietly lights up dreams. May you continue to nurture your beautiful dreams.
Tom opened the box. Inside, he found a guidebook on how to make lanterns and handcrafted toys, along with all sorts of little materials, colored paper, bamboo sticks, glue, scissors, and thin wire. Tom's eyes lit up. He hugged the box tightly to his chest, feeling as if he had just received the greatest treasure of his life. That night, Tom carefully read every page of the book, experimenting and practicing. After many clumsy attempts at cutting and gluing, he finally crafted a lantern of his own, a small, colorful lantern. Not perfect, but filled with all the love and dreams he held in his heart. From the day he received the book and the crafting kit, Tom became passionate about creating all kinds of handmade items. Lanterns, windmills, puppets, and many other tiny, charming toys. He brought his creations to the market to sell alongside his mother. The villagers delighted in admiring the beautiful items Tom had made. Little by little, everyone began to realize that the mysterious little lantern mender all along was none other than Tom, the hardworking, kind-hearted boy of their village. Tom's mother watched him, her eyes brimming with pride, and Tom, for the first time, felt a light blazing within his heart, just like the little lanterns he had lit for countless other small dreams.